Hello, Namaste. Welcome to ThePrint. My name is Amna Begum. There is excitement about India's expanding businesses, new startups, and big dreams of becoming a global leader. But on the other hand, there is a worry about weakening rupees and frustration over India's poor infrastructure. Amid this uncertainty, and shortly after report of Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma's decisions to settle down in London, a startup founder's viral social media post suggested that high salaried individual should leave the country. Settling abroad is a personal choice, but the startup founder here and many more like him appear to argue that their decision is not just a personal but pragmatic, driven by the sheer frustration the way things work here. According to them, high earners pay high taxes, which don't translate into better public services or infrastructure. Their conversation appear to be happening within an elite space, far removed from the daily realities of most Indians. India's privileged class can, after all, create lifestyle that mirror those of people in developed nations. They have access to expensive equipment and private solutions, which allow them to bypass public system failures, a luxuries that masses cannot afford. Even though these arguments point to real pressing problems, it's truly baffling to see how disconnected they are from the plight of ordinary people. Those with the resources to drive meaningful changes are choosing to post hot takes instead of taking some accountability. After climbing the ladder of success in a system they now dread, a system built on slow but steady social mobility, they are complaining about taxes rather than using their wealth and connection to create similar opportunities for those left behind. They are resorting to the behavior that actually mocks Indians who can't even dream of taking a flight in their lifetime. They admire nations that provide basic amenities and better infrastructure to even those on the lowest rung of the society. However, after moving abroad, many of them realize that self sufficiency is non negotiable in such a country and they start making real. They also struggle with the idea of doing everything on their own as they navigate system where labor is valued and fundamental rights are paramount. They forget how they built their comfortable lives back in India on the back of cheap domestic labor and inequalities, playing a monumental role in creating the society they actually escaped. No wonder these people glorify selfish and impractical suggestions to leave India. They are painting themselves as a victim simply because they have to pay taxes. Taxes that are meant to fund the social mobility of those left behind and that too can so that they can get opportunity at life the same way they had some point. Now after achieving success in society, giving back so that other can benefit seems like a burden to them. They can't stomach their desire to enjoy the perk of a developed nation isn't immediately met after paying taxes, that their money is instead directed toward those who are more in need. They do not understand that the systematic change they are complaining about is not just the responsibility of government, but civil society and philanthropists too. Sure, issue of government will and corruption should be debated, but shouldn't the rich also take responsibility for building and sustaining society? They are best equipped to challenge inequalities, support systematic reform, and create awareness, shifting all burden onto the system and government while disengaging from their own accountability is not only unjust but immoral. If the privileged retreat into self-serving narrative instead of contributing to the collective good, no change will be possible. Giving back is a moral obligation for those who have benefited from most the system. This isn't even about living in India. They can move to other nation and still give back to society. But please stop glorifying and promoting the act of leaving the country and abandoning those in need as some sort of righteous mission. Your departure won't halt the growth of India or its people. Thank you. For more such video, please keep watching The Print.